Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a topic that resonates deeply with many of us: the experience of being a woman with no friends. It's easy to feel isolated in a world that often emphasizes connections, social media, and community. But what if I told you that this experience can also be a powerful catalyst for self-discovery and growth? Embracing solitude can be a transformative experience, especially for women navigating a world that often prioritizes social connections. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected society, the idea of being alone can evoke feelings of anxiety, sadness, or inadequacy. Yet solitude is not merely a state of isolation. It offers a unique opportunity for reflection, self-growth, and empowerment. When we think about solitude, we often associate it with loneliness. However, it is crucial to distinguish between being alone and feeling lonely. Loneliness is a painful emotional state that can arise even when surrounded by people. In contrast, solitude can be a choice, a conscious decision to step back, breathe, and reconnect with ourselves. This distinction is vital as it allows us to reframe our perspective on what it means to be alone. Solitude invites us to turn inward. In the hustle of daily life, we often lose touch with our thoughts and feelings. The noise of external demands can drown out our inner voice, leaving us disconnected from our true selves. By embracing solitude, we create space to listen to that voice. We can reflect on our experiences, desires, and fears without external judgment. This introspection can lead to profound insights about who we are and what we truly want from life. Solitude can foster creativity. Many artists, writers, and thinkers have emphasized the importance of solitary moments in their work. When we are alone, we are free from the distractions and expectations of others. This freedom allows our imagination to flourish. We can explore new ideas, develop our passions, and take risks without the fear of criticism. In this safe space, we can experiment with our thoughts and emotions, leading to innovative solutions and fresh perspectives. The experience of solitude also cultivates resilience. When we face moments of solitude, we may initially feel discomfort or anxiety. However, as we sit with those feelings, we learn to navigate them. We discover that we can endure and thrive in our own company. This process builds emotional strength and confidence. When we learn to embrace solitude, we become less reliant on external validation and more attuned to our internal compass. We start to trust our decisions and beliefs, fostering a sense of empowerment that can permeate all areas of our lives. In addition to fostering self-awareness and resilience, solitude allows us to practice self-care. In the relentless pursuit of social connections, we can often overlook our own needs. By prioritizing time alone, we can engage in activities that nourish us, whether that's reading a book, meditating, or simply enjoying nature. These moments of self-care are crucial for maintaining our mental and emotional well-being. They remind us that our relationship with ourselves is just as important as our relationships with others. Embracing solitude can lead to a deeper understanding of our boundaries. In a world that often pressures us to be social and outgoing, it can be easy to lose sight of what we truly want and need. Solitude provides the clarity necessary to evaluate our relationships and identify those that uplift us versus those that drain our energy. By taking the time to reflect in solitude, we can determine where we want to invest our time and emotional resources, ultimately leading to healthier and more fulfilling connections when we do choose to engage with others. Solitude also encourages mindfulness. In our busy lives, we often rush from one obligation to another, barely pausing to reflect on our experiences. Solitary moments offer the chance to slow down and be present. Mindfulness allows us to fully experience our thoughts and emotions without judgment, fostering a greater sense of peace and acceptance. This practice can help alleviate anxiety and improve overall well-being, making solitude a valuable tool for mental health. It's important to acknowledge that embracing solitude doesn't mean rejecting social interactions or relationships. Rather, it's about finding balance. By taking time for ourselves, we can engage more meaningfully with others. When we understand ourselves better, we bring a fuller, richer version of ourselves to our relationships. We are more capable of establishing connections based on authenticity and mutual understanding. It's crucial to recognize that societal expectations often dictate how we perceive solitude. Women, in particular, may feel pressure to maintain a busy social calendar to be seen as fulfilled or successful. This societal narrative can create guilt around spending time alone. However, challenging these norms is an act of empowerment. By valuing our own company and embracing solitude, we defy expectations and reclaim our narratives. We send a powerful message that our worth is not tied to the number of friends we have, but to our capacity for self-love and self-acceptance. In embracing solitude, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. It allows us to build a strong foundation of self-knowledge and self-acceptance, which ultimately enriches all aspects of our lives. By learning to find joy and comfort in our own company, we become more resilient, creative, and mindful. This journey towards embracing solitude is not only about facing loneliness, but about discovering the strength that lies within us when we are willing to sit with ourselves. Redefining friendship is an essential step in understanding our social connections, especially for women who may find themselves feeling isolated or without a traditional support system. In a society that often celebrates quantity over quality, we can lose sight of what true friendship means and how it can manifest in various forms. By exploring different dimensions of connection, we can cultivate meaningful relationships that enrich our lives, even if they don't fit the conventional mold. First, it's important to recognize that friendship doesn't have to be confined to a specific set of criteria. Often we think of friends as people we see frequently, share intimate details with, or have known for years. However, friendships can be fleeting or situational, arising from shared experiences or interests. A connection with someone you meet during a class, at a community event, or even through a brief encounter can hold value, even if it doesn't evolve into a long-term relationship. Embracing this broader definition allows us to appreciate the connections we do have, no matter how short-lived. The notion of friendship should encompass various types of relationships beyond the traditional best friend model. There are acquaintances, colleagues, and even mentors who can significantly impact our lives. Each of these connections can provide different forms of support, inspiration, and companionship. A colleague who understands the challenges of your work environment can be a source of encouragement and shared experience, even if your interactions are primarily professional. Recognizing these diverse forms of connection can help us feel less alone, even if we lack a close-knit group of friends. Another vital aspect of redefining friendship is the importance of self-friendship. Often we overlook the necessity of being our own best friend. This relationship is fundamental as it lays the groundwork for how we engage with others. When we practice self-compassion and nurture our own well-being, we become more capable of fostering healthy relationships with those around us. By prioritizing our own needs, interests, and emotional health, we set a standard for how we expect to be treated by others. This shift in perspective allows us to approach friendships with a sense of balance, where we do not seek validation solely from external sources. It's essential to understand that friendships can evolve over time. People change, circumstances shift, and relationships may naturally drift apart. This evolution can be challenging, particularly when we hold on to the idea that a friend should remain a constant presence in our lives. By accepting that it's normal for friendships to change, we can alleviate some of the pressure we place on ourselves and others. It's possible to cherish past connections without feeling the need to cling to them. This acceptance opens the door for new relationships to form, allowing us to cultivate a network that reflects our current selves. In today's digital age, the landscape of friendship is also changing. Social media and online platforms allow us to connect with people across the globe, fostering friendships that may not have been possible otherwise. While some may argue that these connections lack depth, they can still provide a sense of belonging and community. Online friendships can be particularly beneficial for women who may feel isolated due to geographic constraints or life circumstances. Engaging with like-minded individuals through online communities, forums, or social media can lead to valuable support and shared experiences. It's essential to approach online friendships with discernment. While virtual connections can be fulfilling, they should not replace in-person interactions entirely. The balance between digital and physical friendships is crucial for maintaining emotional health. It's important to seek out opportunities for face-to-face interactions, as these relationships often provide a depth of understanding and emotional resonance that digital connections may lack. Redefining friendship also involves examining the role of boundaries. Healthy friendships are built on mutual respect and understanding of each other's needs. Establishing boundaries can protect our emotional well-being and allow us to engage in relationships that are nurturing rather than draining. When we communicate our limits clearly, we create space for healthier interactions. This practice encourages a culture of respect and authenticity, where both parties feel valued and understood. Friendships should be reciprocal. A one-sided relationship can lead to feelings of resentment and disappointment. It's crucial to seek out connections where both individuals invest time and energy. This reciprocity fosters a sense of belonging and support, ensuring that both parties feel appreciated and understood. When we prioritize balanced relationships, we can create a network of friends who uplift us rather than drain our energy. The importance of shared values and interests cannot be overstated when it comes to redefining friendship. Connections built on common passions, beliefs, or goals tend to be more resilient and fulfilling. Engaging with individuals who resonate with our values can create a strong foundation for lasting friendships. Whether through hobbies, work, or community involvement, seeking out those who share similar passions can lead to deeper connections. These friendships often foster collaboration, inspiration, and encouragement, enriching our lives in ways we may not have anticipated. Redefining friendship means being open to new experiences and connections. It requires stepping out of our comfort zones and being willing to engage with new people. This openness can lead to unexpected friendships that enhance our lives. By participating in different activities, classes, or community events, we expose ourselves to new social circles and potential friendships. This willingness to explore and engage with others can lead to the discovery of individuals who genuinely resonate with us, expanding our network and enriching our lives in meaningful ways. Rethinking what friendship means allows us to cultivate more fulfilling and diverse connections. By embracing a broader definition, prioritizing self-friendship, and being open to new experiences, we can foster meaningful relationships that enhance our lives. Recognizing the value in various types of connections helps us navigate feelings of loneliness and isolation, ultimately leading to a more enriched and connected existence. Vulnerability is often perceived as a weakness, especially in a society that champions strength and self-sufficiency. However, embracing vulnerability can be one of the most powerful tools we have in building authentic connections and fostering meaningful relationships. For women, particularly, the journey of embracing vulnerability can lead to profound personal growth and the creation of deeper, more fulfilling friendships. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to authenticity. In a world where we often feel pressure to present a polished version of ourselves, social media, work environments, and even social circles can create this expectation. Vulnerability invites us to show our true selves, flaws and all. This authenticity can be incredibly liberating. By acknowledging our imperfections and sharing our struggles, we not only become more relatable, but also create space for others to do the same. Imagine a scenario where you share a personal struggle with a friend. Instead of fearing judgment or rejection, you embrace the discomfort of being open. This act of vulnerability can lead to a deeper connection, as your friend may respond with their own experiences, fostering mutual understanding. This exchange not only strengthens the bond, but also cultivates a sense of trust and safety within the relationship. When both parties feel secure enough to share their authentic selves, the foundation for a genuine friendship is laid. Vulnerability can help dismantle the facade of perfectionism that often hinders connection. Many women feel the pressure to excel in various roles, career, family, social obligations, and this pressure can lead to a polished exterior that masks the reality of their experiences. By letting go of the need to appear perfect, we can engage more deeply with others. It's in our shared imperfections that we find common ground. When we let our guards down, we not only invite others to do the same, but we also create a culture where honesty and openness are valued over superficiality. Embracing vulnerability allows for emotional healing. Many women carry burdens from past experiences, whether that's trauma, disappointment, or feelings of inadequacy. By opening up about these experiences, we take a crucial step toward processing and healing. Sharing our stories can be cathartic, and it often leads to a sense of liberation. When we share our struggles, we allow others to witness our journey, which can create a powerful sense of empathy and understanding. This shared vulnerability can forge stronger connections, as both parties recognize the importance of support and compassion in healing. Vulnerability encourages us to lean into discomfort. It's often easy to stay within our comfort zones, avoiding discussions or situations that could expose our insecurities. However, true growth often lies outside of that comfort zone. By embracing vulnerability, we challenge ourselves to confront our fears, whether it's fear of rejection, judgment, or failure. This process can be uncomfortable, but it ultimately leads to personal development. When we take these risks, we gain resilience and confidence, knowing that we can face challenges head-on. This newfound strength not only benefits us individually, but also enriches our relationships as we become more open and present with others. It's also essential to recognize that vulnerability is not a one-sided endeavor. In order to cultivate genuine connections, both parties must be willing to embrace vulnerability. This mutual exchange creates a safe space where both individuals feel heard and validated. When we model vulnerability, we encourage others to reciprocate, leading to richer, more meaningful interactions. It's a cycle of trust and openness that can transform superficial relationships into deep, supportive friendships. Embracing vulnerability can significantly enhance our emotional intelligence. When we practice being vulnerable, we become more attuned to our own emotions and those of others. This heightened awareness allows us to respond with empathy and compassion, strengthening our connections. Understanding our emotional landscape enables us to articulate our feelings more effectively, making it easier to communicate with others. In turn, this fosters deeper understanding and reduces misunderstandings, creating a more harmonious dynamic in our relationships. The practice of vulnerability can also serve as a powerful model for others, particularly younger generations. When women embrace their vulnerabilities and share their stories, they pave the way for others to feel safe in doing the same. This creates a ripple effect, encouraging a culture of openness and authenticity that can benefit entire communities. By demonstrating that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a strength, we empower others to embrace their own imperfections and seek connections based on authenticity. In the context of friendship, embracing vulnerability can lead to increased intimacy and trust. As we share our fears, dreams, and aspirations, we invite our friends to understand us on a deeper level. This intimacy fosters a sense of belonging and connection that is essential for meaningful relationships. When we know that our friends see us for who we truly are, we can relax and be ourselves without the fear of judgment. This deep sense of acceptance is invaluable and can transform our friendships into lifelong bonds. It's important to acknowledge that embracing vulnerability is a journey, not a destination. It requires practice and patience, especially for those who have been conditioned to prioritize self-protection. As we navigate this journey, it's essential to approach vulnerability with self-compassion. It's okay to feel afraid or uncertain. These feelings are part of the process. By being gentle with ourselves, we can gradually learn to embrace vulnerability and cultivate deeper connections. In embracing vulnerability, we also create the possibility for profound joy and connection. When we allow ourselves to experience the full range of human emotions, joy, sadness, fear, and love, we enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. This depth of experience enhances our ability to connect with others and fosters a sense of community and understanding. Vulnerability is a powerful catalyst for authentic relationships. By embracing our true selves, we create the space for genuine connections that enrich our lives. Through vulnerability, we learn to support one another, celebrate each other's successes, and navigate life's challenges together. This journey of vulnerability not only transforms our friendships, but also leads to personal growth and a deeper understanding of ourselves and those we hold dear. Themselves navigating life without the support of a close friend group. In a world that often defines identity through relationships and social circles, embarking on the path of self-discovery offers an opportunity. Self-discovery is a profound journey that can be particularly transformative for women who find to connect deeply with who we are at our core. This process involves introspection, reflection, and an openness to explore our thoughts, feelings, and desires without the influence of external validation. At the heart of self-discovery is the act of turning inward. When we remove ourselves from the distractions and expectations of social interactions, we create space to listen to our inner voice. This inner dialogue is essential for understanding our values, passions, and aspirations. It allows us to identify what truly matters to us, rather than what we believe we should want based on societal norms or peer pressures. In solitude, we can engage in practices like journaling, meditation, or simply reflecting on our experiences, helping us to articulate our thoughts and feelings more clearly. One of the most significant aspects of self-discovery is recognizing our strengths and weaknesses. When we are alone, we can assess our skills, talents, and areas for growth without the interference of others' opinions. This self-assessment is not about being overly critical, but rather about embracing our full selves. Acknowledging our strengths gives us confidence, while recognizing our weaknesses allows us to seek growth and improvement. This balanced self-awareness fosters a sense of empowerment as we learn to embrace who we are, imperfections and all. Self-discovery also encourages us to challenge limiting beliefs. Often we internalize messages from society, family, or past experiences that shape our self-perception in negative ways. These beliefs can hold us back from pursuing our dreams or expressing our true selves. By spending time alone and engaging in self-reflection, we can identify these limiting beliefs and begin to dismantle them. This process can be liberating, as we learn to replace self-doubt with self-affirmation, enabling us to pursue our passions with renewed vigor. Self-discovery allows us to explore our interests and passions without the influence of others. When we are free from the expectations of friends or social circles, we can experiment with new hobbies, activities, and experiences. This exploration is crucial for personal growth, as it opens our minds to new possibilities and perspectives. Whether it's picking up a new skill, trying out different creative outlets, or traveling alone, these experiences contribute to a richer understanding of ourselves. Each new adventure helps us uncover hidden talents and interests, fostering a sense of curiosity and wonder about the world around us. In addition to exploring our interests, self-discovery invites us to clarify our values and priorities. What do we truly stand for? What principles guide our decisions? When we take the time to reflect on these questions, we can align our actions with our core values. This alignment fosters authenticity, allowing us to live in a way that feels true to ourselves. Understanding our values also serves as a compass for making choices in our lives, helping us navigate relationships, career paths, and personal goals with clarity and purpose. Another vital aspect of self-discovery is learning to cultivate self-compassion. In our journey of introspection, we may confront difficult emotions or past experiences that have shaped us. This can be challenging, but it's essential to approach these feelings with kindness and understanding. Rather than judging ourselves for past mistakes or perceived shortcomings, we can practice self-compassion by acknowledging our humanity. This gentle approach helps us to heal and grow, allowing us to move forward with a greater sense of acceptance and peace. Self-discovery also encourages us to set boundaries, particularly in relationships. When we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, we become more attuned to what we need from our connections with others. This awareness allows us to establish healthy boundaries that protect our emotional well-being. By learning to communicate our needs and limits, we create relationships that are supportive and nourishing rather than draining. This practice not only enhances our relationships, but also reinforces our self-worth, as we learn that our needs are valid and deserving of respect. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery, it's essential to embrace the idea that this process is not linear. It can be filled with ups and downs, moments of clarity, and periods of uncertainty. This ebb and flow is natural and part of the growth process. Rather than expecting a neat, tidy outcome, we can learn to appreciate the complexity of self-discovery. Each experience, whether positive or challenging, contributes to our understanding of ourselves and shapes our personal narrative. In this journey, the importance of patience cannot be overstated. Self-discovery takes time, and it's essential to allow ourselves the grace to explore at our own pace. This means giving ourselves permission to sit with uncomfortable emotions and to question our beliefs without the pressure of immediate resolution. By fostering patience, we create an environment where genuine exploration can occur, leading to deeper insights and revelations about who we are. Seeking inspiration from others can be a valuable part of the self-discovery process. While we may feel isolated at times, connecting with stories, books, or podcasts that resonate with our experiences can provide guidance and encouragement. Learning from the journeys of others who have navigated similar challenges can spark new ideas and insights about our own paths. This exchange of experiences fosters a sense of community and reminds us that we are not alone in our quest for self-understanding. Self-discovery is about reclaiming our identities and embracing our individuality. It's a journey of empowerment that allows us to step into our true selves unapologetically. By investing time and energy into understanding who we are, we cultivate resilience, confidence, and a deeper appreciation for our unique journeys. This process transforms our sense of self, enabling us to approach life with clarity and purpose, fostering connections that are authentic and fulfilling. Through self-discovery, we can learn to love and accept ourselves wholeheartedly, laying the foundation for a rich and meaningful life. Building new connections can be a daunting yet rewarding process, especially for women who find themselves feeling isolated or without a close friend group. In a world that often emphasizes the importance of social networks and relationships, the idea of forming new connections may seem intimidating. However, embracing this challenge can lead to meaningful friendships and enrich our lives in unexpected ways. One of the first steps in building new connections is cultivating an openness to new experiences. Stepping outside our comfort zones can feel uncomfortable, but it is often in these moments that we find opportunities for growth. Whether it's joining a class, attending a workshop, or participating in community events, putting ourselves in situations where we can meet new people is crucial. Each new experience presents a chance to connect with individuals who share our interests and passions. The key is to approach these situations with curiosity and a willingness to engage. Active listening is another essential skill in forming new connections. When we meet someone new, it's easy to focus on our own thoughts and feelings rather than genuinely listening to the other person. However, true connection is built on understanding and empathy. By actively listening, we show others that we value their experiences and perspectives. This practice fosters a sense of trust and opens the door for deeper conversations. When people feel heard and appreciated, they are more likely to engage authentically, which can lead to the development of a strong bond. In addition to active listening, vulnerability plays a significant role in building connections. While it may seem counterintuitive, sharing a bit of ourselves can create an atmosphere of trust and openness. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite others to do the same. This mutual exchange of personal stories, struggles, and joys can foster intimacy and help bridge the gap between strangers. It's in these moments of vulnerability that we often find common ground, leading to the formation of authentic friendships. Creating shared experiences can also enhance the process of building connections. Engaging in activities together, whether it's a hobby, volunteering, or simply grabbing coffee, allows us to bond over shared interests. These shared experiences create lasting memories and provide a foundation for deeper conversations. When we participate in activities that we enjoy, we naturally attract like-minded individuals who share our passions. This commonality can serve as a springboard for deeper relationships. Social media and technology can be valuable tools in forming new connections, particularly for women who may feel isolated. Online communities and platforms allow us to connect with individuals who share our interests, regardless of geographic location. Participating in forums, joining virtual groups, or engaging in social media discussions can lead to meaningful relationships. While online connections may initially feel less personal, they can still provide a sense of belonging and community. Over time, some of these digital connections may evolve into in-person friendships, enhancing our social networks. It's essential to approach online interactions with mindfulness. While social media can facilitate connections, it can also create a sense of pressure to curate an idealized version of ourselves. Being authentic in our online presence is vital. When we share our true selves, our interests, struggles, and victories, we encourage others to do the same. This authenticity can lead to more genuine connections that extend beyond the digital realm. As we navigate the journey of building new connections, it's crucial to set realistic expectations. Not every interaction will lead to a deep friendship, and that's okay. Some connections may be brief but still meaningful. Recognizing that relationships can take time to develop helps alleviate pressure. It's important to approach each new interaction with an open heart, free from preconceived notions about what a friendship should look like. It's essential to practice patience. Building connections is often a gradual process. It takes time to get to know someone and to cultivate trust. By allowing relationships to develop organically, we create a fertile ground for genuine connections. This patience also extends to ourselves. We must be gentle with our expectations and understand that not every encounter will result in a lasting bond. Taking the initiative is another key component of building new connections. It can be easy to wait for others to reach out or make the first move, but taking the initiative allows us to actively shape our social lives. Whether it's inviting someone for coffee, suggesting a meetup, or simply reaching out with a friendly message, taking that first step can lead to exciting new relationships. This proactive approach not only empowers us, but also encourages others to reciprocate, creating a dynamic of engagement and connection. Networking in professional settings can also lead to new friendships. While these connections often begin in a professional context, they can evolve into personal relationships. Engaging with colleagues, attending industry events, or participating in networking groups can open doors to friendships with people who share our professional interests. When we approach these interactions with authenticity and a desire to connect, we create the potential for meaningful relationships that extend beyond the workplace. Embracing a mindset of gratitude can further enhance our efforts to build connections. Recognizing the value of each interaction, regardless of its outcome, allows us to approach relationships with positivity. Expressing gratitude for the people we meet, whether through a simple thank you or a thoughtful message, can foster goodwill and encourage deeper connections. When others feel appreciated, they are more likely to invest in the relationship, leading to a stronger bond. Self-reflection is a vital part of the process. Taking the time to reflect on our interactions and experiences can help us better understand what we seek in connections. What qualities do we value in friendships? How do we want to show up for others? Engaging in this self-reflective practice can guide us as we navigate new relationships, ensuring that we cultivate connections that align with our values and aspirations. Building new connections may feel challenging, but it is also an opportunity for growth, joy, and meaningful relationships. By embracing new experiences, practicing active listening, and being open to vulnerability, we create an environment conducive to authentic connections. With patience, initiative, and a willingness to engage, we can enrich our lives with friendships that uplift and inspire us. Through this journey, we learn that connection is not just about the number of friends we have, but the quality and depth of the relationships we cultivate. Each new connection has the potential to contribute to our story, enhancing our lives in ways we may not have imagined. Embracing solitude is often viewed as a challenge, especially in a society that glorifies constant connection and social interaction. However, learning to appreciate and harness the power of solitude can be transformative, particularly for women navigating life without a close friend group. Rather than perceiving solitude as a state of loneliness, we can reframe it as an opportunity for personal growth, introspection, and empowerment. At its core, solitude allows us to reconnect with ourselves. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often lose touch with our inner voice, silenced by external distractions and the demands of others. Taking time for solitude provides a precious opportunity to reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. It allows us to peel back the layers of our daily existence and discover what truly resonates with us. This journey inward can reveal passions, desires, and values that we may have set aside in the pursuit of pleasing others or conforming to societal expectations. During moments of solitude, we can engage in various reflective practices that foster self-discovery. Journaling, for example, serves as a powerful tool for articulating our thoughts and emotions. By putting pen to paper, we can explore our feelings more deeply and gain clarity on our experiences. This practice not only helps us process our thoughts, but also enables us to track our personal growth over time. Each entry becomes a snapshot of our evolving selves, illustrating the journey we are on. Meditation and mindfulness are additional practices that can enhance our experience of solitude. These techniques allow us to cultivate a sense of presence and awareness, helping us tune into our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By embracing the stillness of solitude, we can learn to observe our inner landscape and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. This practice fosters self-acceptance, enabling us to embrace our imperfections and cultivate compassion for ourselves. Solitude can be a time for creativity and exploration. When we are alone, we free ourselves from the constraints of others' opinions and expectations, allowing our imaginations to flourish. Whether it's painting, writing, cooking, or any other creative endeavor, solitude provides the space to experiment and express ourselves authentically. This creative exploration can be immensely fulfilling, serving as an outlet for our thoughts and emotions. The act of creating in solitude can lead to a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, reinforcing our self-worth and personal identity. Embracing solitude also offers the chance to reassess our relationships and priorities. When we step back from the noise of social interactions, we gain clarity on what truly matters to us. This moment of reflection enables us to evaluate our friendships, understanding which relationships are supportive and which may be draining. This discernment empowers us to make conscious choices about where to invest our time and energy. In solitude, we can also contemplate our life goals and aspirations, aligning our actions with our true desires. This alignment fosters a sense of purpose, motivating us to pursue paths that resonate with our authentic selves. Solitude can serve as a powerful teacher in resilience and independence. Learning to enjoy our own company helps us develop self-reliance and confidence. Instead of seeking validation from others, we can cultivate a sense of self-worth that comes from within. This shift in perspective allows us to become more comfortable with who we are, fostering a strong sense of identity that is not contingent on external approval. Embracing solitude helps us develop emotional resilience as we learn to navigate our feelings and challenges independently. In this journey, it's essential to recognize that solitude does not equate to loneliness. While loneliness can be painful and isolating, solitude is a conscious choice that allows for personal growth and self-discovery. Learning to differentiate between the two can help us embrace solitude without the weight of negative emotions. Solitude becomes a sanctuary, a place where we can recharge, reflect, and reconnect with ourselves. This understanding allows us to approach solitude with a sense of gratitude rather than fear. Embracing solitude can lead to enhanced mindfulness in our daily lives. When we learn to appreciate moments of quiet and stillness, we become more attuned to the present. This mindfulness fosters a deeper appreciation for our surroundings, allowing us to savor life's simple pleasures. Whether it's enjoying a cup of tea, taking a walk in nature, or simply sitting in silence, these moments of solitude can deepen our connection to the world around us. By cultivating this mindfulness, we enrich our lives and foster a greater sense of fulfillment. Another significant aspect of embracing solitude is its potential for personal empowerment. When we learn to stand on our own 2 feet, we become more resilient in the face of challenges. This empowerment extends beyond our personal lives. It can influence our professional journeys and ambitions as well. With a strong sense of self and clarity about our goals, we can approach our careers with confidence and assertiveness. This newfound strength enables us to advocate for ourselves and pursue opportunities that align with our aspirations. As we learn to embrace solitude, it's also important to practice self-compassion. This journey of self-discovery can be filled with moments of discomfort, and it's essential to approach ourselves with kindness. There may be times when we feel overwhelmed by feelings of loneliness or inadequacy, but practicing self-compassion allows us to navigate these emotions without judgment. By treating ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend, we create a nurturing internal environment that fosters growth and healing. Embracing solitude can lead to a more profound appreciation for connection when it does occur. When we take time to nourish our relationship with ourselves, we cultivate a sense of completeness that allows us to engage more fully with others. We approach social interactions with an open heart, ready to connect authentically rather than seeking validation or approval. This balance between solitude and connection creates a harmonious existence where we can thrive both independently and interpersonally. Embracing solitude is a journey that can lead to personal empowerment, self-discovery, and emotional resilience. By viewing solitude as an opportunity for introspection and creativity, we can uncover the richness of our inner lives. This journey allows us to develop a strong sense of identity and self-worth, fostering deeper connections with ourselves and ultimately with others. As we learn to appreciate the beauty of solitude, we cultivate a fulfilling relationship with our own selves, laying the groundwork for authentic connections in the world around us. The journey of navigating life as a woman without a close friend group can be both challenging and profoundly transformative. Through embracing vulnerability, we unlock the door to authentic connections, allowing ourselves to share our true selves and fostering deeper relationships. Self-discovery becomes a powerful tool, guiding us to understand our values, strengths, and aspirations, ultimately empowering us to live authentically. Building new connections, while often daunting, opens up a world of possibilities. By cultivating openness, practicing active listening, and being vulnerable, we create the fertile ground for meaningful friendships. Embracing solitude serves as a sanctuary for reflection, creativity, and personal growth, teaching us to appreciate our own company and build resilience. As we navigate this journey, it's essential to approach ourselves with compassion and patience, recognizing that relationships take time to develop and that solitude is not synonymous with loneliness. By investing in ourselves and our connections, we can foster a rich tapestry of relationships that uplift and inspire us. Ultimately, this journey is about embracing our unique stories, celebrating our individuality, and understanding that our worth is inherent, independent of our social circles. Together, these insights empower us to create lives filled with authentic connections, self-acceptance, and a deep appreciation for our own journeys.